It is day 10 of designing a festive island in 30 days without using my storage. And after a horrific turn of events, of losing all of my bells 2 days May, I went on a single Nook Miles ticket for a villager hunt, ended up with Bamboo, got Renee as my 10th final villager, one because her house was so great, but also because I just needed a body. And here we are, 1/3 of the way through the challenge, and I'm not panicking. You're panicking. It's fine. But today, friends, we are going to be working on trees. What I've realized, friends, is I don't think making a lot of money is going to be the strategy for this challenge. I really just need to min-max what I can and hope for the best. And what I realized is midway through December, Isabel decorates the pine trees with lights. And so what I'm thinking about doing is really putting emphasis on nature today, so that when I'm decorating and finally getting around to moving villagers and placing down inclines and bridges, that most of the work will be done for me. It has been really difficult because, I don't know, I thought that I would be further along with this challenge by day 10, but I do have to be mindful of the fact that I really do only have a certain number of hours in the day to complete these things. And for the most part, I am feeling pretty content with how the layout is for the island. But once I start moving houses where they're going to be permanently placed, and I think, as I said, focusing on the nature aspect of this island is really going to help. And you are incredibly unhelpful. But as always, first things first, we have to deal with our inventory. I do want to make sure that I get as much free space as possible. We're going to need that for moving trees around. And thankfully, I do have quite a bit of money stored up, so I'm not particularly worried about that. We will be planting quite a few more orange trees. I have really loved the orange trees along with the bamboo and the palm trees and the pine trees. So it's really just playing around with various levels of stunting like this. I really love this stage for the palm trees and the pine trees. And I think for the regular trees that we have, we're going to have it in its third form, the one that looks like a really cute little shrub. I think we're going to start off with purchasing 10, maybe 15. No, you know what? We're going to do a solid 20. We're going to do 20 of each because that's quite literally 40 trees that will add to the island and create a lot of variety with size. So I'm very excited about that. I'm not sure if I just purchased extra, but you know what? We can always use more trees. We can always use more oxygen in our lives, mostly because I'm hyperventilating on the inside. We're going to clear an area so when we do our time traveling jump forward, that we're able to keep it in the size that we want. I should probably also purchase a couple more peaches just in case, because for those who don't know, the way that you can stunt trees in Animal Crossing is when it gets to the specific size that you want, you put a fruit tree right within an adjacent space, and so it'll stunt the growth and keep it from growing. It has been life-changing for me to really start utilizing stunted trees in my builds because it adds a lot of texture, it adds a lot of just a more natural whimsy for backgrounds and overlooks. So a huge recommendation that if you are feeling like you could be doing more with your builds, stunting trees and adding shrubs and just very minimal additions really make a big impact. Looking at this, I definitely don't have enough room. So I think what I'm going to do is move the bamboo to various places around the island at its fully grown form so that I can actually make space for it. But let me tell you, I am so happy that I was sent to a bamboo island. I was hurting yesterday. The pain of losing that much money and making the mistake to just sell rotten turnips instead of selling for a loss. Do not do that, friends. I completely mathed incorrectly. Can I put you right here? I hope I can. Oh, excellent. Let me see. Oh, that adds a lot of nice texture on the side. I like that a lot. I do want to keep this relatively open with a couple of cedar trees like right here, so that in the off chance that Isabel actually lights them up, that it looks like there was some decorating for yards and it's more natural anyway. We're gonna put you right here. There we go. Oh, that's looking really nice. I like that a lot. Put this one here. Oh yeah, it looks so nice. It looks a lot more jungly than I anticipated, but I am really liking the texture difference. Do you want to check and see how I like that? I do. Ooh, I actually really do like that. That's really nice. Okay, we'll put that there. And the last one we'll put right here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this fully grown palm tree down, and then when I time travel to 3 days ahead, that it's going to be slightly stunted. I think that's going to look a lot nicer. But already this is looking a lot fuller. It really needs more shrubs here, I think, and I don't know, maybe I'll put some like flowers in the back. I still have not really decorated with flowers yet, and that's probably one of the main reasons as to why I'm slightly panicking. But I think with the Able sisters in particular, we're going to have a really nice, quaint little shopping area. Maybe something for the holiday sweaters to put right here. I don't know. But definitely we can really make this work. I want to free up space, I think, for when I get the ornament DIYs to start decorating everywhere. While I'm thinking about it, because I do want to have a few stunted bamboo, not necessarily in this form, maybe the one the next day, but because I'm time traveling 3 days ahead, I don't want this to be fully grown. It also occurs to me that I think I need to utilize some of the food items in order to get enough strength to start moving around trees, because I don't want to get rid of a lot of the cedar trees I have. I just kind of want to move them around. So how much energy do I get with this? Ooh, so 5. Oh, that's perfect. I know I should probably be using Daisy May and the turnips to get a lot of energy really quickly, but she and I are not on speaking terms right now. I think what I would like to do is I would like to actually accomplish a thing by moving a couple of villagers also. And the two that I really want to move are Cookie and Molly. I think that's the main thing. And because Molly, Billy, and Clay have a very natural brown sort of house exterior, I think what I'd like to do is maybe put them in the same area. Actually, looking at the map, I think I want to put Molly in the terraformed area that's closer to the front, so in C6. So I think right here, because the goal I have is to put something there that is a little bit more natural anyway. And then what I can do is really just add either a meadow or trees and really just make it natural that way. And maybe put Clay and Billy right there on that road that is in front of Nook's Cranny. So we can try that out and see how we feel. And because I know I'm gonna be very upset if I mess this up, I'm going to put a peach down here to keep that stunted because of the time traveling I'm going to do for these trees. I tend to be the person when I do stunted trees that I kind of just haphazardly go around the island and place them and hope that I remember where I put them. But because of this challenge being what it is, I have to be very mindful of being good with my time. And considering that that's not my strong suit at all whatsoever, we do need to be careful about that. I think I need to move these down one. If my memory serves me well, I did try to make a really large orchard very close together, only to have issues with certain trees growing. And it's not that you can't have trees placed close together, it's that I guess for some reason it makes the assumption that it's too close to grow into a fully grown tree, and so it stays stunted in the sapling level. You know, I tend to put villagers really far away from inclines, but I think what I'd like to do is to create a path that goes into Molly's tree farm that basically takes up this entire area. I think what would be better serving for me is to pick up these trees right here, get into designer mode, lay out a path of where I want the tree farm to start and put Molly right here. Ooh, yeah, no, I'm gonna like this. This is going to be really cute, I think. So here comes the fun bit of trying to keep this a relatively natural area, but still looking very intentional with the fact that it is going to be a festive build. I am the sort of person when it comes to farm builds of whatever kind that I do like them to not really be in rows. Unless, of course, I've found a way to remove the symmetry from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these trees a lot of space and fill up what I can. I did actually run out of trees, but I do have a few in the front that I can make use of, so I'm not particularly worried about it. I think that 5 really isn't enough for this, but because I already have quite a few growing, that maybe I just need like 1 right here. And I think for this build, we're going to do the barbed wire fence to make it look a little bit more natural and more like a farm. Oh, balloon, wait, you may have money, hold on. No, friends, let me tell you, when I say that I am of the poor variety for this challenge, I have not been disingenuous. It has been bad. So any yellow balloon in particular is going to be incredibly helpful for me. Unless, of course, it's not money. In which case, I'm going to be very upset. Please be bells. Please be bells. Please be bells. And it's a shell wand. Useless. I am really liking how this is turning out. I don't know whether or not I want to enclose this, however. I probably do because another thing is I want to close as much as possible so that people really just appreciate the natural part of this island, which probably means I'm going to have to get a lot more tree saplings and also utilize Cap'n a lot more effectively. I am such a simp for the log stakes. They're just perfect to literally put everywhere. I'm pretty sure that I will be doing a mad dash to just place them haphazardly all over the island. Another thing I didn't consider is using the simple DIY workbench because it is a tree trunk. So already, this does add a lot of variety on this side specifically. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's starting to really come together. I really like this. I do think having closed it off looks so much better, and having it sort of like not directly straight ahead really adds to the texture for it. I think I do want to remove this side though, so you can actually walk around, and I don't know. I'm still struggling with trying to find this balance of letting it just be natural and being intentional with how natural it is. You know, it also didn't occur to me that this is going to be a nice overlook for one of the major festive builds that I have, so I'm pretty excited for that actually. That's gonna look really nice. I may leave that open. Oh yeah, no, this is starting to look really cute. I'm excited. I really should be utilizing Cap'n, so what I'm going to do is try to clear up as much inventory as possible, either that or I don't want to have to resell and just waste my money that way. So let's clear this, and I'm telling myself now that I need to time travel 2 days first in order to get these in their little bushy form, and then I can time travel 1 more day forward. Because I would be very upset. It would still work out okay, but I do want to, again, be mindful of how I'm planting things and be mindful of my intentions towards making this a very lush, natural, but also a bright and festive experience. I probably should be assessing that fossil or, planting those peach trees, but again, time is turnips, and I really just want to make sure that I utilize the functions for each day before moving forward, and hopefully Captain will have a really good island for us. And I don't think this is a very helpful island, Captain. Not at all. Not at all. Oh wait, no, just kidding. It does have a few cedar trees. But we're gonna start with eating our feelings, dig up whole trees like an eldritch horror, and then really just fill in the spaces. I've time traveled to the next day already, loving what I see. I do want to make sure that I keep these in the form that they're in. So let's do that really quickly. I did make sure to let this grow at least one more day. So this is looking really nice. I'm going to be doing a lot of this off screen so that I can really start putting emphasis on the nature aspect of this island to fill in a lot of the blank spaces that I have. But I'm already feeling pretty good about the design choices that I have in mind for this island. I think that adding shortened trees that look a lot like tall shrubs along with the bushes is going to look really beautiful. Actually, I do want to see whether or not I can put it somewhere because these are all really close together, unfortunately, much to my detriment, but I think we can probably make it work. Yeah, it does need stuff in the center though, I think. Maybe a bush or something next to it. And if I put another bush here, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking really lush. I'm a huge fan. I do want to see how this looks like, although I don't want it to necessarily be right in front of the cedar tree. I do want to give it a little bit of texture difference, but because of how close together this is, I'm a little nervous about where I can place this. Can I place it like right here? No, I can't do that. This may just have to be a lot of hydrangea bushes and plumeria bushes. Another option is maybe if I move this tree and put the hardwood here. Oh yeah, no, that's so much better. Now time to fill in the spaces for this area. Ooh, yeah, no, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this a lot. I think I want to put one right here. We're going to try that. And I think, you know what? I think we're going to put, can I put a medium hardwood here? I can. Oh yeah, that really fills in that space. Oh, that looks so nice. I am a genius. Oh, that looks so nice. And really? A bag made from soft printed fabric featuring cartoon characters. It's all lumpy from being packed too full. Oh, that's absolutely a cookie thing. I really do need to be mindful of the fact though that once I start unlocking the ornament DIYs that I can become really invested and focused on designing with those in mind. So I do need to be very careful about where I place things and not overdoing it with regards to how full this looks. However, I do think I want to place one right here and maybe one here. No, not there. How about right here instead? Oh, I like that. That's nice. That does provide a little bit more of a visual, but you know what? I'll sit with it for a bit. I may not end up using that, but we're just going to try to free up as much inventory as possible. And another thing I need to utilize more is that there's no shame in creating tree stumps in order to really add some texture to that. So yeah, I'm really starting to enjoy this. The final thing I want to check is how I feel about the size of these. I really do like it this way, actually. This is really cute. I think I'm going to keep them at this size and plant the peach trees behind to keep them stunted. And I think what would be a really nice addition to make it look like someone's already been here, we're going to cut this one down. Yeah. Oh, that looks really cute. Also, can we just appreciate this tiny little stump? It's the little tiny stump that could. We still have so much work to do with adding more nature, more texture, more vibrance to this island. I definitely need to start utilizing flowers. I'll be doing a lot of the tree planting and the nature building off screen. And hopefully by tomorrow, we'll start officially moving villagers where we hope to place them permanently. But I am severely hurting for bells right now. So there may be a time where I will have to make a crap ton of money in order to meet the objective of getting the inclines and bridges to make this entire island accessible. But when the next video is ready, it'll be on screen right now.